Hello guys, good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. All thanks to President Donald Trump. I have seen, just like other Nigerians, concerned Nigerians, that we have so many terrorist sympathizers. We've known some, but in the last couple of days, we have seen that there are much more people. And what these people are clearly trying to do is to twist the whole thing. Make it look like the US government is talking about coming to wipe out the entire Muslims we have in the nation, which is not what is happening. Making it appear like, oh, this whole thing is a religious war, which is not what it is. It is just a fight on emphasis, getting rid of terrorists, which they have given the Nigerian government the go ahead to do so before they can even take any action. But what have we seen? We have seen different, even on top of this matter, we have seen different propaganda, different lies, still denial, living in denial, for goodness sakes. Tell me why I should not perceive the government as also the enemies of the citizens if it gets to the point where you are still here talking about no such thing is happening, not minding that, okay, people are actually dying. What exactly are you trying to achieve? What exactly are you trying to achieve? As we speak right now, before I started doing this video, I saw another post. In fact, the video and gories and picture is not even, it's so bad, it's so like, it's not even something I can put on social media space like YouTube. Just yesterday here in Benue State, fresh attack. Yet we still have the government sympathizing with these individuals, and then some people too, both group and some other people, because it's not all, also busy sympathizing. If now government were they serious, they will not be here moving and us and trying to say, oh, that's not true, we reject what the US is saying, this is not what it is, this is not. You will swing into action because the emphasis is on getting rid of the terrorists. But what are we seeing? It's cry left, right, center. With the APC people shouting, Nigerians is going to fight, Nigerians is going to defend. I don't know the Nigerians they are talking about, because I certainly cannot be one of them. What I want is for the killing to end. Let Muslims move freely and Christians move freely. Everybody move freely. I say, I love the fact that, okay, we have Nigerians who are actually, a lot of Nigerians are waking up and trying to hold the government accountable. Yesterday, I saw the interview of Gumi, and I was asking, in what capacity? Gumi, of all person, is it the right person to invite to discuss this whole matter? The same person that Nigerians have raised alarm that, oh, this person knows so much about this group of individuals that are terrorizing Nigerians, for him to say, oh, I will stand as the mediator. The DSS, for one, they never call for questioning. I do hope that maybe if we have more lawyers that will join this lawyer that is calling for the prosecution and investigation of Gumi, maybe the federal government might rise up to do so. But then I am not expecting anything, because this is the same government also that has shown clearly that, they don't really care what's going on. Because in my opinion, if they do, by now, we don't see so many terrorists body for ground. Videos, not audio talk, videos. But these people are still moving freely. A human rights lawyer has called for the prosecution of Gumi. Investigation and prosecution of Gumi, following, his consistent, sympathizing, or should I say sympathy towards, terrorists. I'm going to read what the video reported, but before that, let me first of all start with the video of Gumi himself in his interview yesterday.
When they said Muslims are killing, or there is massacre of Muslims, like Christians in Nigeria, from which side? They didn't specify whether it is the government or whether it is the Muslims that are doing it, or even if Christians are targeted. Whatever it is, if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists, I will welcome it myself. But I know they cannot. They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan is in Syria now. This same thing. And these terrorists you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there and think you finish them. They have infiltrated the society, so it's going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America would drop a bomb in Nigeria. I'm telling you this. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings. They listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the thing dirty. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with this issue for 18 years, for 15 years with Boko Haram, and now the bandits, and to me, the bandits are even more vicious. You see, just to entice them to leave their weapons. You see, one thing good about it is, you see, you don't treat a disease without diagnosis. If a doctor can diagnose a disease, even if it's cancer, he will know how to manage it. So the good thing about it is, now before we are fighting a phantom, we don't know something is fighting us, coming to take us. We don't know that person. Now, by going to talk with them and sit down with them and to hear their grievances and understand their psychology, so we are able now to contain the problem. Now, Kaduna is relatively safe. I can say you don't hear any more mass killings now in Kaduna, because we understand their psychology, and the governor is cooperating. We are talking to them, and they are keeping their weapons. They are not fighting. They still on the weapons. They hold the weapons. But you see, this is a small, gradual process in which slowly we will civilize them. We'll take away their weapons and let them into good citizens.
I've been asking questions. Anytime I see Gumi come on national television, to talk about this whole terrorism thing, and the question is, in what capacity? Is it because he was once a former military personnel or whatsoever, or what, the capacity of being an Islamic scholar, or which one? Because I don't get it. And every single time he comes on board, the only thing Gumi talks about is the federal government rehabilitating, the federal government negotiating. It doesn't go beyond those words. These people are also humans. He has not asked himself the question. The people, the multiple number of persons that they have killed, are they animals? Or should I say, were they animals rather? Were they? The soldiers that have lost their lives on account of these individuals. Now animals them be? Are they animals? Oh, they can sympathize with terrorists, but no sympathy should go to the families or the victims that have died in the hands of these individuals. Then we should ask him questions like, okay, how much so far have we seen the government spend on this whole terrorism thing? From the time of Jonathan, where we say then get money, then get mercenaries, to fight the whole thing, before they played politics with it, and we have them still existing today. How much? Then we come down to the time of the Muhammadu Buhari. How much? Was he not here? It was reported allegedly that some money was removed from the excess crude reserve, or whatsoever they call it. About how many billion? 1 billion or thereabouts. To fight insecurity. We did not see any result. Instead, the whole thing escalates. Did they fight it or not? This same money, I'm sure it was used for rehabilitation, re-radicalization, which the military won't invest me. Their connivance in all this with the government is what is disgusting to me. With all the trainings and everything you got, you feel it's all okay to agree with what the government is doing, when your actual patriotism and loyalty should actually be the defense of your nation. Nigeria first. How How much have they spent? And then what do we see? Even the ones they claim that they swore by some shrine or deity or whatsoever that they will not go back again. Not be then the soldiers they expose, say, then they sabotage their effort. So how well has this method worked that we should keep towing this line? Every time he makes this statement, not for a single day have I seen read on the pages of any paper that the DSS called this person to order. But if now where the likes of Professor Pat Utomi talk about shadow government, or somebody talk about something else that has to do with the government criticism, they will easily bring out their antenna. That's only when it is functional. And then come and pick up the person. With all what this lawyer stated, which I'm going to read to you shortly. Therefore, don't call Gumi long ago. Long ago. Because the way he talks about this thing is clear that he knows the faces of these individuals. You tell me Kaduna is now calm. Kaduna, which Kaduna take they calm? There, at least there's no more mass killing of people. Is there supposed to be one kill of any person on account of terrorism? Is there supposed to be one kill? They keep saying bandits, terrorism, all of them are the same thing. That's still the same thing. A terror is a terror. We keep massaging this whole thing and it's disgusting to me. What I would love is on the part of the federal government, I don't think I expect anything, because judging by how they are handling this matter, it's clear that they are not going to do anything. I will not see anything say, calling for Gumi. Maybe if we have more lawyers, just like this human rights lawyer, pushing for this, maybe that's when something might just happen.
Human rights lawyer and public interest advocate Chief Malcolm Omeribo has called on the federal government to investigate and prosecute Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi over what he described as the cleric's consistent justification and defense of terrorists in Nigeria. In a statement titled "Terrorism Apology is a Crime Government Must Investigate and Prosecute Sheikh Ahmad Gumi," Omeribo accused the Kaduna-based scholar of aiding terrorism through his public comments and engagement that appear to sympathize with bandits and insurgents. He expressed concern that Gumi has repeatedly referred to armed terrorists as reasonable human beings who should be appeased rather than confronted militarily. According to him, Gumi's public statement, visits to armed groups in the forest and advocacy on their behalf raised serious questions about national security, complicity, and the promotion of terrorism. No individual, regardless of religious or social status, is above the law, Omeribo said, adding that freedom of expression does not extend to speech that promotes crime or endangers national security. He cited the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, which criminalizes direct or indirect support for terrorist organizations, ideologies, or public justification of their actions. He noted Section 3, 5, 12, and 13 of the Act, which provide for imprisonment for any person who supports or communicates with terrorists without lawful authority. Omeribo also referenced Section 37, 38, and 46 of the Criminal Code, which categorize actions that encourage armed rebellion against the state as treasonable offenses punishable by life imprisonment or death. The Nigerian government must rise to its constitutional duty to protect lives and property. Silence in the face of bloodshed is complicity, he said. He urged the Department of State Services, DSS, Nigerian Police Force, Office of the National Security Advisor, and the Attorney General of the Federation to immediately open investigation into Gumi's activities. He further called on the National Assembly Committee on Defense, Human Rights, and Judiciary to ensure accountability. Defending terrorists is not peace building, it is aiding evil and undermining the Constitution of Nigeria, Omeribo stated. Sheikh Gumi, a former military officer and prominent Islamic scholar, has continued to attract controversy for his comments advocating dialogue with bandits. Now, here is a few reaction from some Nigerians. Eminai saying it's time. He needs to be arrested and questioned to give names of their sponsors. And I will have Cool Princess saying this man called Gumi is a terrorist sympathizer, no different from a terrorist. The US Army should start coming ASAP. At Rep. Really Moore, at Rep. Nancy Mace, at CNN, at Al Jazeera World, at Gateway Pundit, at Sen Fed Cruz, at Sec Rubio, at Portus, at Sec War.
I am not optimistic that the government of Nigeria, the security forces that we have, will call Gumi for questioning. I am not. It's not the first time Gumi is saying all these things. Never have we seen or read on the pages of paper that, okay, DSS arrested Gumi. And I tell you the truth, I don't blame people tagging the US government. Because now people like this, now they're supposed to hold. I don't see any reason why you cannot sympathize with the victims that have been killed. It is now the Boko Haram that you are sympathizing with. And then you want us to believe that you don't know what's going on. Or the people behind it. Please make it make sense to me. If the US government at this point notice that the Nigerian government is delaying with the way they are busy moving up and down, running from pillar to post, trying to deny and do whatever it is they want to do, forgetting that in the whole process of this denial theme, both the Muslims and the Christians are also being killed. The bottom line is emphasis now on kill the terrorists. Please let them hurriedly come and end the matter. Because this latest video I saw here, oh my gosh, you will shed tears. And our people know they bother themselves. Right there in the assembly there, at the Red Chamber, the Senate President and the Deputy Senate President, they're even there at loggerheads. Because why? The Senate President clearly doesn't want to talk about the matter. And I just look at the whole thing and I laugh. Are we not finished at this point? That something that is of critical importance, as a matter of urgency, the government no one ready to discuss it. I beg the US government, please help us out, because people cannot continue dying like this. Every day someone is being killed somewhere. So because the political elites, the enemies of this nation, it is not a family member, they don't care. But we here, we care. We want to sleep and close our eyes, knowing fully well that nobody will come and attack us. Please, are they in support? Say, make them come. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you so much for all the support. God bless you immensely. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.